Join SL Academy, Goa's best coaching for IIT JEE and medical exam preparations. Register today for Stellar Talent Search exam. Admissions are open for repeaters medical batch for NEET 2021.
Hello and welcome to GOA 365's English News Bulletin. I am Susan Gomes and these are the headlines. Petrol prices continue their meteoric rise, touch 100 rupees per litre at some places. Chief Minister says double tracking will be a game changer for trade and passenger movement. Reiterates it is not for coal transportation. Some Indian state COVID-19 cases spike. Goa still higher than the national average. Today's count 52 cases out of 1,466 tests done. Goa experiences light rain at isolated places on Thursday. Drizzle expected on Friday but no change in temperature. And now for the news in detail. Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant has said that the double tracking of Southwestern Railways will be a game changer for trade and passenger movement. He reiterated that the double tracking is not to facilitate coal transportation.
The Chief Minister speaking after inaugurating 2 traffic signals at Verna Industrial Estate on Thursday.
डबल ट्रॅकिंग रेल जो साऊथ वेस्टर्न रेल्वेचो जो आसा पळय तितून हांव परत परत सांगता तो कोळशा खातीर न्हू म्हणून इट इज फॉर द अदर कॉम्युनिटीज अदर फॉर द पॅसेंजर अदर फॉर द टुरिजम आत्तां भितरल्यान कोळसो वता हांव ना म्हणना बट तोय बी कमी कसो करप किंवा ताका आजुनूय बी टॅक्नोलॉजी वापरून तेजें पोल्युशन कशें कमी करप हाजेर काम करपाक जाय ते जशें म्हणटा इट वील बी द गेम चेंजर इट फॉर द इंडस्ट्री पीपल डेफिनेटली इट वील बी द गेम चेंजर.
Founder President of Verna Industrial Estate Nitin Kunkalikar expressed concerns over the functioning of the government department that has led to the harassment of industries in Goa.
What we want is the industries should not be taxed and troubled. In fact, there are a lot of issues today. For example, IDC has to understand that they are not landlords. IDC should understand that they are not the guy who are supposed to just create some plot and sell and job is over. Their job is to see that industry is facilitated in terms of development. Their issues and difficulties, they should be resolving it. They create issues sometimes. So there is no approach that they will facilitate them. There is no progressive and express approach. They should not make industrialists come 10 times and 100 times to their office and still the issues don't get resolved. Factory inspectorate also, they sometimes the kind of harassment the units go towards units is unacceptable. The chief inspector of factories, I am told that is troubling almost everybody. So he has to be conveyed a message. People in industry at times get feared that these officers may trouble them. They should know that we will also trouble them. I don't care. I don't care for these people who don't have respect for the business in Goa or trade for Goa.
Erumale for GOA 365 from Verna.
India reported 11,574 fresh coronavirus cases on Thursday, out of which 8,600 came from the 2 states. While Maharashtra logged 3,663 new cases, Kerala's count stood at 4,937. Goa 52 out of 1,466 tests done. Goa is reporting weekly COVID-19 cases more than the national average, with the central government stating that the situation is a matter of concern. Ironically, during the recent carnival, safety norms in the state were thrown to wind.
It's been 9 months since the nationwide lockdown was announced. India has managed to flatten the curve, but situation in Maharashtra, Kerala and Bengaluru is getting worse. While there are 8 states, including Goa, which are reporting weekly cases higher than national average, sources indicate that Mumbai is mulling a lockdown in certain areas. Maharashtra CM called for an urgent meeting on state's COVID scenario. Meet may decide on lockdown in certain Mumbai regions. BMC plans to depute 300 marshals at railway stations to enforce wearing of masks. Mumbai saw a spike in cases since resumption of local train services. On Wednesday, city recorded 721 fresh cases, highest single day since January 7. Amid rising cases, the fear of highly infectious coronavirus strains from South Africa and Brazil is hovering over the country. Civil Aviation Ministry has issued fresh guidelines for international passengers as the cases of new mutant rising in India. South African virus strain been detected in 4 people. Brazil variant seen in 1 so far. Passengers with negative RT-PCR test valid for 72 hours will be allowed to board the aircraft. Passengers travelling because of a death in the family are exempted. RT-PCR upon arrival for passengers travelling through UK, Europe and Middle East compulsory at their own expense. If passengers found positive, virus strain will be identified and a separate protocol will be followed. Goa is among 8 states whose weekly positivity rate is more than the national average. Goa is in 4th place. Goa's weekly positivity rate is 4.40% while national average is 1.88%. Union Health Ministry had said. But a few days after the warning, state government went ahead with carnival celebrations. There was no proper crowd management and mask enforcement was not seen. Watch. Samip Narvekar for Goa 365.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant on Thursday said that Gundagiri in the state will be wiped out within the next 6 months. He promised that the police will fast-track such cases to produce results.
The Chief Minister was asked for his comments on the recent attack on the history sheeter Anwar alias Tiger Sheikh at Ala Junction in a broad daylight in Margao. Sheikh was shot in the thick and suffered injuries to his knee, head and right arm.
राज्यातली पुराय गुंडगिरी सोपोवपा खातीर म्हणजे पुलीस काम करता. तुम्ही पळयलां आसतलें फाटल्या 2 वर्सां जे बऱ्याच जाणां अशे जे हे मर्डर, हाफ मर्डर, परत गँग, जोडा गँगा मदल्यो झगड्यो सगळे कडेन क्रॅकडावन केल्या. मागीर ती जावं मेडशे, जावं ते तुज्या फातोर्ड्यान किंवा जावं ते कोस्टल बेल्टान खंयसरूच सोडूंक ना. ज्या ज्या जाग्यार जाल्या थंय थंय क्रॅकडावन केल्या आनी हांकां कोणाकूच सोडलें वयचें ना. फुडल्या 6 म्हयन्या भितर अशा पद्दतीचे ज्यो केसीस आसा ह्या सगळ्या जाणांक हद्दपार करपाचो सरकारान ऑलरेडी तेजे जे लिस्टेड केल्ले आसा. हे गुंड मागीर ते मार्मागुआ तालुक्यान आसतले, तुज्या सालसेतीन आसतले, बार्देसान आसतले, तिसवाडीन आसतले. ह्या तालुक्यांनी मेन करून मोठी गुंडगिरी जी आहा पळय न्ही रे, ही ह्या काही जेका आमी मोठ्या प्रमाणात स्लम डेव्हलपमेंट एके कडेन थंयसर जावपाक लागल्या. पण ही गुंडगिरी सोंपोवपा खातीर ह्या गुंडांक हद्दपार करपा खातीर म्हजें सरकार कार्यरत आसतलें. पुलीस म्हजें काम करताच, पण एकदां जर तेजेर स्ट्रिक्ट मातशी एक्शन घेवपाक जाय पळय न्ही रे, जाल्यार क्रॅकडावन करपा खातीर ताका थोडोसो फास्ट ट्रॅक करचें पडटा इतकेंच. पण ही फावटी हद्दपार बरेच जाण जाताले.
Sandeep Toyekar for Goa 365 from Margao.
Aam Aadmi Party has given a 7-day ultimatum to Human Resource Development to withdraw job advertisements for 750 posts that does not show that Konkani is essential. AAP said the department should publish a corrigendum notice mentioning that Konkani is essential for the posts.
AAP spokesman Surel Tilve alleged that Chief Minister Pramod Sawant is trying to recruit people from Maharashtra by bypassing the necessity of making Konkani essential. He said, AAP will lodge a complaint with the official language department over the issue.
आज गोवा ह्युमन रिसोर्स डेव्हलपमेंटाची एक ॲडव्हर्टिजमेंट आयल्या 750 पोस्टा खातीर. पब्लिश करता तुम्ही 18 तारखेक आणि ॲप्लिकेशन्स अवेलेबल करता 12 तारखेच्यान. ही तुमगेली फटिंगपणां. ताजे जे पदाधिकारी आसा, जाळवंडार आसा, तांकां शिटकावणी दिवपाक सोदता, वॉर्निंग दिवपाक सोदता. तुम्ही ही ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट रिलीज करता आसतना थंय एक महत्वाचो मुद्दो घालूना आणि तो म्हटल्यार कोंकणी एसेन्शियल. 7 दिसां भितर तुम्ही कॉरिजेंडम नोटीस काडपा जाय. ही ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट विड्रॉ करून कोंकणी भाशा ही एसेन्शियलान घालून परत ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट घालपा जाय. प्रमोद बाब जर महाराष्ट्रातल्या लोकांक गोंयान हाडून नोकरी दिवपाक सोदता जाल्यार आमी हेजो खर विरोध करतले.
Shyam Chari for Goa 365 from Panji.
South Goa lawyers are upset over the latest High Court working timings. At a meeting held on the issue, a decision was taken to request bench of Bombay High Court to Goa to stick to its earlier timings.
The working timings of the Bombay High Court were done as a resolution taken by the All Goa High Court Bar Association, they allege. South Goa lawyers say that they were not consulted. They say that the earlier timings were perfect and want them to be followed.
The main issue was regarding the change in the High Court timings. The timings of the High Court now are from 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock with a half an hour break in between, and from 12:30 till 2:30. Now the old timings of the High Court were from 10:30 till 1:30 and 2:30 to 4:30. Now the South Goa Advocates Association has objected to these timings because it is not at all convenient for lawyers from the South Goa who want to practice in the High Court. Besides lawyers, even litigants will face difficulty because of the change in the High Court timing. Now the High Court's timing has been changed on the basis of some resolution which was passed by the High Court Bar Association. Now the strength of the High Court Bar Association, I am told, is about 200 or 250 lawyers, and which meeting was attended by about 24 lawyers who are practicing in Panjim. For the meeting, 14 voted for the change in the timings and 10 voted against it. So basically, 14 lawyers have decided the change in the timings for all for lawyers all over Goa. South Goa Advocates Association is an association which consists of more than 700 members. No opinion or no consultation was done by the High Court with any bar association in Goa besides the association from Panjim. Now we think that this is unfair because the High Court should have taken into consideration the convenience of all the lawyers and litigants from all over Goa. It is not only about lawyers who are practicing in Panjim. The resolution was passed that we make a representation to the administrative judge of the Bombay High Court. And we are sure that the administrative judge of the Bombay High Court will give us a hearing and will consider our objections.
Ramesh Naigrat for Goa 365 from Margaon.
We shall slip into a short break. Don't go away. And now for the weather. Light rain occurred at isolated places over the state. However, there was no large change in minimum temperatures over North and South Goa. The lowest minimum temperature of 22.0 degrees centigrade was recorded at Panaji.
The sky will be partly cloudy. A light fog haze likely in the morning. Maximum and minimum temperatures are likely to be around 32 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius respectively. Light to moderate rain thunder showers very likely at isolated places on 19th Feb. Weather very likely to be dry over the district on 20th, 21st and 22nd Feb. Light to moderate rain thunder shower very likely at isolated places on 19th February. Weather is very likely to be dry over the district on 20th, 21st and 22nd February. Goa 360 February.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates, log into our website www.goa365.tv. Follow us on Facebook Goa 365 TV and subscribe our YouTube channel Goa 365 TV, or download our app on both Android and iPhones to watch it on your mobile. Keep watching Goa 365.